Ensemble. Today we'll be performing the Lacrimosa from Mozart's Requiem, accompanied by Denise Dickinson.
Have a little bit more of a musical interaction, right? And be able to hear and communicate, okay? Not only from a visual standpoint, and I thought your presentation for this piece was very elegant. I mean, this is a very powerful piece, and it's obviously part of a requiem, which is not always the most enjoyable type of situation, but there's an elegance and a dignity to this piece, right? And I thought that for the most part you did that. You didn't try to manufacture something with your eyes and faces. You sang it appropriately. This, I think, is going to facilitate more communication musically, and it's going to allow you to hear better so that the balance and the blend is going to be at an even higher level than what you just did. I suggested using the risers simply because we have this space here, and this room where they are is actually part of that reflecting wall, which is a good thing, right? It's actually acoustically built so that it reflects the sound out. In this formation, you're still going to get that, but I like the fact that you can see each other. Can we do just the opening with the vocal entrance, please? I like the way that you shaped the opening statement. Okay? Now that you can see each other and hear each other better, I bet you that will be even more musical. Stand tall. Okay, good. I know that there's definitely more going from the sopranos here across. The shaping of that was much nicer. When you have what I call your best core tone, it's when you're singing at a fairly full dynamic. In other words, your core sound is well balanced. It's bright, it's got resonance, it's got overtones. That's good. Overtones are our friends. We want them in the sound. You sacrifice that best core sound when you get soft. Okay? I'll be honest with you. In other words, the ping in the sound of your ensemble core tone, suddenly when you get real soft, you sing with less brightness, less definition, less resonance, and less overtones. Okay? So I would say that if your target dynamic there is piano, your best core sound should always dictate your dynamic spectrum as a soloist as well as an ensemble. In other words, you don't want to lose your core and sacrifice it for the sake of a dynamic. Do you understand? Okay? So what would happen there if we do get softer, but we still maintain the core? Okay? Do the same thing. Can we start right on the entrance? There it is. Still maintain. Nice job modifying the vowels there, sopranos in the upper register. You have to, don't you? It's the only way that that's going to work. Does that feel a little different to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, it should feel like you're a little more grounded in the tone, right? And as a small ensemble, I mean, this is a piece that's traditionally done by, cast of 1,000, right? So, you have to really feel that grounding of your core sound is always there, particularly as that line builds, okay? All right, well done. I don't have much time, unfortunately. I would allow the syllabic stress to help guide your phrasing choices. Okay? I don't know if you know the Latin syllabic stress of this, but your teacher might help you with that. Okay? There's certain words and syllables in the text that really artistically demand more, not equality. They get a little bit more. Okay? And that's just going to make what you're doing that much more musical. Wonderful dynamics. Again, just don't sacrifice your core tone. And here's a precision issue that I think you can fix very quickly. Many of the consonant releases were not together. Okay, I'm talking, and you don't have a conductor, right? I mean, that's part of the thing here, so you have to do it yourself. So make sure that you are unified as to where those consonant releases are. There were a number of times where I heard 3 or 4 sloppy consonants at the end of a phrase. Okay? And you're too fine an ensemble to be satisfied with that. Okay? Own them. Unify every single one. And then at the very end there, just the very last release, we had a couple of people that were not unified on that. So I suggest that in the small ensemble, you have somebody that will be, quote, the director, and they'll give a head cue right on the